Hello, Chocolate here, but not for a video review, it's for Look Back episode 26. Yeah, it's basically where I look back at reviews I did 1 year ago and 5 years ago and discuss whether I still, well basically what I think of the chocolates now, whether I still agree with my rating that I gave, and also whether the things are still around or not, whether the chocolates themselves are still about, so we can still purchase them, because it might be interesting to see what was about, and so maybe actually see that some of the chocolates don't actually exist anymore, so a bit of a shame. More likely to be the case in ones that 5 years ago, but could be from ones on 1 year ago as well, so who knows. Also sort of give a general check on what live videos I did a year ago or so. So links for all these are in the description, by the way, so yeah, probably put that banner in the little message in the top right hand corner as you look. So yeah, so you can check all these out if you want to watch them themselves, but I will sort of talk about them in brief basically as well. So yeah, so special videos I did a year ago. I did Ben and Jerry's ice cream tier list, the best and the worst tiered, basically, where I sort of like ranked all Ben and Jerry's ice creams that I'd had, essentially quite a few of them basically, and yeah, into sort of A, B, C, D tiers, and also S tiers for the super ones, so go check that out. Also did Sweet Nothings episode 6, the Cadbury Inventor Bar Enigma, discussing basically about the Cadbury Inventor bars, which is quite an interesting one. Also did my childhood ice cream ice lollies tier list, so again tiering or ranking sort of basically ice creams from my nice lollies from my childhood, so another interesting one, bit of nostalgia there. And I did pick and mix favourites or not tier list as well. So again, sort of tiering, ranking, pick and mix ingredients, like these sort of like the, the shrimps and bananas and cola bottles and stuff like that, saying which one's the best or not. So quite interesting ones those actually. So go check those out. Yeah, good ones to do them. As I say, every time I come across tier lists, I'll have to do more of them. Did a few member reviews as well. Let's see what I do. I did a Cadbury's Dairy Milk Pots of Joy brownie flavour. Yeah, I did those. So if you're bronze level or above, you get access to a special review every week. So go check that out. Link is in the description. Yes, and also probably in the top corner there as well. Also did Go Ahead Fruity Cake Bites Orange and Lemon as well. And I did a Wicked Kitchen Vegan Red Berry Cones. And I also did the Pringles New York Hot Dog flavour crisps as well. So I did a few there for the members. So quite an interesting one. Quite an interesting assortment there. I also did some live reviews as well. So again, these ones there, I did quite a lot of mystery reviews. Yeah, I did my mystery review part 6 essentially. So there's a few things in this one. Did the Chonies Chocolonely milk chocolate. Basically I said that this one, does what it does and does it okay. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to lower this one to 3.5 out of 5. I think it's okay. I said it does what it does and does it well, but I don't know. I feel like 3.5 out of 5. I don't remember being bowled over that much by it. I think it was alright, but I think, yeah, I think a 3.5 out of 5 is probably a bit more appropriate for that, really. It was okay. I did the bean and pocket chocolate biscuit as well. These look like these little ice cream, little biscuits with smiley faces on. Biscuit with chocolate filling with two sort of like rice paste basted biscuits, top and bottoms to it. So they look good with smiley faces. Savoury style taste. What else did I say? Better, like sort of like gives a rich tea vibe one. It's given a 4 out of 5. Sounds like it's a bit high, that one, but I'm gonna lower that one to 3.5 out of 5. I think that's probably too high, that one. I think they're nice, but I don't think they're that nice. You know what I mean? So yeah. I also reviewed the bean and pocket strawberry biscuits. So the same thing again, but with strawberry filling in the middle. I said the strawberry was a bit like strawberry sauce in ice cream. I said it overpowered the biscuit. I gave this a 3 out of 5 actually, and I think that's probably about right, that one, so I think I'll stick with 3 out of 5 for those. Let's do the Niederegger marzipan ginger and dark chocolate. So there's loads of ginger actually. It works well the marzipan and dark chocolate. I gave it a 4 out of 5, which is very surprising. I wasn't expecting to like this one, but not generally a big fan of marzipan chocolate, but so I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt with this one. Let's keep with 4 out of 5. I think yeah, it was a really surprising one, this one, and one that I liked more than I thought. Yeah, so interesting. Not for everyone, don't think, but yeah, an interesting bar. Check that one out if they're still about. It's very rare to see those ones, really. And I don't think because viewer Dark Arterial Gore recommended these ones, and I think in the fan subscriber especially requested, did like a special competition where you could request a review. I think he requested one of the Niederegger bars, and yeah, that's where that one came from. I think I got it in the same pack or something like that. So interesting. Yeah. I did Tony's Chocolonely Hazelnut. Yeah, so I gave this one a 3 out of 5. So it's by the numbers with chopped hazelnut. I think that's probably about right, 3 out of 5. I think that was, I think that's probably about right, really. Chopped hazelnut for me, it's not my favourite filling. I think this one was quite by numbers, I say, nothing too amazing with the chocolate. So yeah, 3 out of 5. And I did the Lindt Excellence Orange Intense Dark with Almonds. I gave it 3.5 out of 5. I said it was it's okay, but will be better with more orange pieces. I think I think this one, yeah, I think I'm going to lower this one to 3 out of 5. I think 3.5 might be a bit too high. Don't know. Just seems like it just probably was. You know, I feel like I've seen these dark chocolate ones with almonds and orange bits in, and they're all okay. I don't know, but this one, I think I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I think I'll lower this one. It's a difficult one, really. Maybe, you know, but I feel like if I'm just thinking about it now, it just sounds a very average bar to me, really. There we go. Also did the Aldi Chocolate Review Special Part 4. I'm not going to go into the details of this one. Basically, Aldi own brand products. Go watch that one if you're interested in that one. Yeah, just basically the various versions of their own brand things. So an interesting one to watch, that one. I did a Biscuit Review Special as well. I just looked over some biscuits. I did a Lotus Biscoff. I said a good but pretty standard biscuit. Gave us a 3 out of 5. And that's, you know, still like Biscoffs and everything, but obviously you could get Biscoffs covered in chocolate. You could get Biscoffs and this and that and the other. So I think they are generally a 3 out of 5. Considering it is digestive, it's 2 out of 5. You know, I think that's a good rating for that biscuit. You know, it's not that it's a terrible biscuit or anything. It's just above average. But you know, as I say, you could have more with it to make it a bit more exciting. So I think that's about right, 3 out of 5. Then did the Lotus Biscoff with Belgian chocolate. So here you go, for instance. This is one example where one side was covered in chocolate. You get fewer in than the regular pack though, unfortunately. So you get fewer than you do in a regular Biscoff pack, which is a bit ridiculous, really. Gave this 3.5 out of 5. You know, I think they were okay. Is the gist of it. They didn't blow my socks off or anything, but you know, they were still nice. I just think, you know, perhaps I don't know. Weren't too bad, but I think the fact that you just got fewer than the regular pack and stuff like that, I don't know. I don't think they were quite good enough to be a 4, but they were still nice. So I think that's about right, that rating. And the Tesco Chocolate Orange Bourbon Cream. So a custard cream sized biscuit, this one. Better than regular Bourbon. Fresh flavour as well. Gave them 3.5 out of 5. I think that's probably about right as well. So I think I'll stick with that one, really. I think I remember being quite enjoyed those ones. Then they did the Mega Gouillon Duo Vanilla Flavoured Filling. Not as good as custard creams, basically. Gave them a 3 out of 5. Yeah, I think basically like a big biscuit with a sort of like vanilla cream filling, which is basically custard. I think they're okay. I just think it was just a bit, you know. I think 3 out of 5. I think I'm going to lower these to 2.5 out of 5. I think a custard cream is probably a 3.5. I think this one, 2.5 out of 5. I think they were just, you know, okay, really. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think they were that impressive, really. And the milk chocolate orange cream biscuits. Better than the Tesco ones. I think they're from one of these other makes that you get from Poundland, stuff like that. I said they're better than the Tesco ones. Give them a 3.5 out of 5. Same as the Tesco ones, really. So I'll keep the rating the same. They were better than the Tesco ones, but not enough to up the mark from to a 4 out of 5, basically. And the white chocolate flavoured Prince biscuits. These are like quite similar to the Mega Gouillon ones. I gave them 3.5 out of 5. Said they were okay. I think I'll lower these to a 3 out of 5. I think they just don't blow your socks off, these ones. They were alright, basically. So I think, yeah. We've put just too much biscuit with these, I think, is the gist of it, you know, because they were just 2 halves with a cream middle. So I think I'll lower those to 3 out of 5. I did the Biscuit Review Special Part 2, so more biscuits, basically. So I did the Cadbury Crunchy Melts Oreo Cream. Basically like a cookie, this one, that you could microwave and make it sort of really sort of gooey in the middle and things like this. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I said it was just really nice. The Oreo cream just really came across very well. Just nice crunch on the outside as well. I thought it was really good, actually. Very surprised by this one, but yeah, pretty nice, actually. It's 4.5 out of 5, so I'll keep that one. I think it's surprisingly nice. Wasn't too excited about this one, but it came across pretty well. And the Jammy Dodgers Magical Strawberry, and again, like most Jammy Dodgers, very difficult to taste the middle because there's just too much biscuit. Again, a 3 out of 5, and I think that's probably about right, really. They are disappointing to me, Jammy Dodgers, generally, really. There's just too much biscuit and not enough centre. You just can't taste it. So, you know, if anything, it's lower, really, but I'll stick with 3 out of 5, I think, for now. Bit of a controversial one. I know there's Jammy Dodgers fans out there, but for me, they just are generally disappointing, really. Yeah. The Maryland Cookies Birthday Cake Minis. Look good, I said, these ones. Plenty of filling due to the size. I think they were pretty good because they were smaller, but still packed a lot of, almost the same amount of, you know, chocolate chip pieces or whatever. So they actually came across better than the full size ones. So give them 3.5 out of 5. I think that's probably about right because I think I was, a bit more, I think I enjoyed these just more generally because of that reason. And so, colourful as well. So lots of filling and they were colourful. Yeah, seemed to work okay. I did the Lotus Biscoff and Go. Yes, this was like, one of these, like, you know, you get those chipsticks, well, not chipsticks, or chopsticks, I'm not sure what they're called. Basically, those little, you get those half and half, well, that little pot of chocolate dip with like these little biscuit sticks to dip in. I forgot what they're called now. Choc and dip or something. I can't remember what they're called now. Forgot. Let me know in the comments if you remember what they're called. Yeah, it said they're not Biscoff biscuit sticks, which is really weird. Why are they not Biscoff sticks? And they're like basically Biscoff spread in the middle to dip in. I just thought, why not Biscoff sticks? Why are these weird, just regular biscuit sticks? You know what I mean? And then this sort of Biscoff cream runs out, or the Biscoff spread or whatever, runs out a long time before the biscuits. So you just have those boring biscuit sticks. Just thought they were pretty poor, these ones. I gave them a 2 out of 5. I think I'll lower this to a 1.5 out of 5. So it just doesn't really work. And I think that's a 1.5 out of 5 rating for me. That's very disappointing. Those, yeah, just a bit of a poor product, really. Now did the Cadbury cookie bites. Yeah, so mini choc chip cookies with chocolate coating on the bottom. I thought these were quite nice. I actually used in the review. I actually put them into a bowl and put some milk in. Had them as a seal, and they're really nice. These sort of went a bit soggy quite quickly, but they were really nice with milk. Actually, I thought they were pretty good. What did I rate them? Yeah, I rated them as a 3.5 out of 5, but a 4.5 out of 5 as a cereal. So yeah, I thought they were quite good because they're little mini cookies, as in like chocolate chip cookies. Had like a chocolate coating on the bottom. Remember, this was reviewed during a very hot day in the summer, I think, where they'd melted a bit, you know. So one of those. But yeah, I thought they worked pretty well actually, and I think I'll stick with that. 3.5 out of 5. I think the 4.5 out of 5 has obviously been a bit silly to an extent. Not many people are going to like to use them as a cereal, but they did work. I thought they were nice. So yeah, interesting one there. I did the mini prints with chocolate filling. Yeah, so I thought these were okay. You just can't taste too much of them. I gave them a 2.5 out of 5. Then it was like little biscuits, like looked a bit like Jammy Dodgers. I seem to recall they were like a filling that stuck out a bit. I thought they were all right. 2.5 out of 5 though. You know, they just couldn't taste too much of them basically, presumably because of the same problem with Jammy Dodgers. So 2.5 out of 5. I think I'll stick with that. I think, yeah. So I think I'll stick with that. And I did an As review special as well, so a link for that's in the description. I won't go into the detail of those ones, just more as to own brand type stuff. So an interesting one, yeah. And the regular reviews. Yes, I did the third in the Inventor Bar range from last year, the Cadbury Dairy Milk Banoffee Nut Crumble. So I thought this one not proportioned well, basically, but has lots of nice to have the banana. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I think that's probably about right, really. I thought the proportions were pretty poor. Really. I think I had fudge pieces in. I think they were. It's just the way the fudge pieces were done in these Inventor Bars, where they just weren't as many of them as other fillings because they just were bigger pieces, but they didn't give you as much of them. So just thought the proportions right, but the banana was nice. So I think I'll stick with that because I quite like banana flavoured chocolate. So yeah, 4 out of 5, but it could have been better, that one, really. The Skittish Giants Crazy Sours, yes. Let's see what I say about these ones. Give them 3.5 out of 5. Poor distribution. It's got the familiar Skittles issue where it sort of clogs in the throat a bit. Yeah, it's 3 out of 5. You know, it wasn't that sour either, I didn't seem to recall. But if anything, this one could be lower, but I'll stick with 3.5 out of 5. I'll just, you know, give myself the benefit of the doubt on that one. But I think that one might be a bit lower, really. But I'll stick with that for the moment. Then I did the Kit Kat Chunky Popcorn. Yes, this was the imported one, actually, not the one in the UK. It tastes like just like popcorn, I said, with salty taste to it as well. So I think the UK one had was called salted caramel popcorn, I think. But this one said it had a bit of a salty taste to it as well. I say it just perhaps needs more salt or caramel layer. I give it a 4.5 out of 5. I'm very impressed with this one. A slight way it could be slightly improved, but I really enjoyed it. I remember being very happy with it. So I'll have to review the UK one soon. I didn't do it because I thought it was the same bar, but I think it's meant to be slightly different, I think. At least its label has been salted caramel, so we'll see. But yeah, 4 out of 5. I'll stick with that one. I thought it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. McVitie's Chocolate Orange Digestives. Yes, so I said a weak orange flavour, 3.5 out of 5. McVitie's Digestives without chocolate, it's basically 2 out of 5, and chocolate digestive, it's 3 out of 5. So it's slightly better. Weak orange flavour. I think that's possibly about right, but you know, probably closer to a 3 than a 4. Let's put it that way. The Snickers Creamy Peanut Butter 10-pack. Yeah, so basically sort of, yeah, I don't know, just like these little, you could get them in a sort of bar version almost, or I think it was like, comes in two halves to the bar, I think 2 mini Snickers. So the peanut flavour is pretty weak actually, but there's a good chew to them. But you may as well have a proper Snickers. I give them 3.5 out of 5. Sounds quite high mark, that really. I think a proper Snickers is probably 3.5 out of 5, maybe a 4 if it's refrigerated, I think. So I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt on that one. I thought the peanut butter was a bit weak, but there was a good chew to it. So I feel like if anything that should be a 3, but I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt on that one because I thought there was a good chew. So yeah. Then I did the Galaxy Smooth Orange Vegan Bar. So yeah, these ones, you know, these sort of almond, what are they called? Almond paste bars, whatever they are. But I said it's, yeah, sort of like there's an orange flavour, but it tastes like orange cordial, I said. It does really well, tasting like chocolate. I give it 3 out of 5. I think that's probably, yeah, they're just okay, those ones, really. You know, obviously for vegans, that's where it's at, because you can't, you know, obviously have milk chocolate. But I thought they just, you know, it did a good enough job. That one tasted okay, so 3 out of 5. I think that's probably about right. Then the Nestle Aero Delightful Peppermint Bubbles. Yeah, so these ones, interesting one. These ones, yeah, I didn't realize I reviewed these not so recently ago. Mint taste and smell. It's well balanced, but not too strong. But it's not actually chocolate, because it's, you know, it's this weird sort of, I don't know what it is, white, faux white chocolate type affair going on that's coloured green or what have you. I think they're like in sort of spheres, half dark chocolate colour on the outside and, you know, bubbly on the inside of a green colour. Thought they're okay. 4 out of 5. Sounds quite high, that one. I think definitely that's the ceiling of that one. I don't think it's going to be any higher than that, but they're okay. I think were quite well balanced with the taste, basically. So I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt with those ones. Yeah, I think I enjoyed them. You know, I think that's probably, I think that's, you know, they're more 3.5 out of 5 than a 4.5 out of 5. Let's put it that way. But yeah, still nice. Enjoyed those. Yeah, I'd say. Then the Cabbie Fuse, yeah, this was the Indian import. This one was, yeah. So because you can't get it in the UK anymore. I actually was quite happy with this one. So it's good set of components. Quite a small bar though. I think it's one of those where it's really small. I think I don't know why they do it in India. I don't know if it's because just to keep the cost down. I think I'm not sure, but it's a good set of components. Great in some of the parts. But it's very small with massive flourishes. So yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5. I didn't take that into account with the final mark. I used to take into account the flourishes, but stopped doing it, you know, recently, just because, you know, it's just so common, you know, difficult one. I'll keep it at the 4, that one. I think it just worked really well, actually, for what it was, you know. So yeah, keep it at that. Then the Cabbie Cherry Ripe Review. This is an Australian import one. This one, yeah, I wasn't too happy with this one. I said it doesn't look nice at all. I thought it looked like raw flesh on the inside of it. It looked very horrible. Not a great cherry flavour or coconut. If I gave this a 1.5 out of 5, I think that's about right. I don't think it's actively horrible, but yeah, it's definitely, I think 1.5 out of 5 definitely sounds about right. So we'll stick with that. The Nestle Milky Bar Milk Slice as well. No real white chocolate taste. Too much sponge, I said as well. Just not great despite the fresh taste. Give us a 2 out of 5. Yeah, I think that's probably about right. It just wasn't that interesting to me at all. I don't get these milk slice bars really. They just don't work for me. They don't taste that interesting. If anything, it's 1 out of 5, but I think I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt and stick with a 2. So yeah, but just not great. Now finally I did for 1 year ago the Milka Bubbly White review as well. So I said white and milk chocolate. Yes, basically it's a white chocolate centre, bubbly aerated centre covered in milk chocolate. I thought the contrast worked well actually, but it's not as velvety as Cabbie's Whisper. I give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah, probably is about right, that one. I think that's probably about right, 4 out of 5. I think again the ceiling is probably 4 for that one, you know. So it's definitely not going to go any higher than that, I think. But certainly it's, you know, pretty interesting bar, quite nice, but just not as good as a Whisper as far as the aerations are concerned. So yeah. Now for 5 years ago, what did we do a review? Yes, let's have a look. Did the US M&M Strawberry Nuts. Yeah, so basically they came in like sort of strawberry colours, I think like pink, red, and green. I think the M&Ms were in this little pack, you know, and I think they meant to have a slight strawberry flavour. But I said it wasn't that strong enough for strawberry flavour, but they look good. Give them between a 3.5 and a 4. I think 3.5 is probably be about right for those. I think from what I was saying in the review, I think 3.5 sounds about right. So keep that the same. Don't think that's really marked as a lower one. That one. Then did the US M&M's Coffee Nuts, a similar one where they had coffee colours again, similar like the strawberry one. Basically, I think it was like sort of like a brown one, sort of like a toffee coloured one, and a white one, almost sort of an off-white one. Interesting one. I said they look very coffee-like again, but wheat coffee flavour as well. But it works because it's more subtle and it works with the chocolate. I thought they were very Moorish. This one just works better than the strawberry ones. Really, I gave them a 4 out of 5. I think I'll stick with that one as well because the other ones, let's say, were 3.5, 4, not quite, but this one definitely a 4. So stick with that one. I think it sounded quite good as well, though. It's not quite nice, and said they were Moorish, so I think that sounds about right. Then we did another US M&M's one, the caramel ones. These ones, and said they were unique and lovely textures, chewy, scent surprisingly good. I gave them the 4.5 out of 5. I remember being very happy with these ones actually. Yeah, so you know what? I remember really liking these ones. I thought they were just very nice. I think they released a similar one in the UK actually, and you know these ones, going to up these to a 5 out of 5. I remember just being very happy with them. I think just lovely chew, lovely textures and flavours, really nice. So 5 out of 5, I think those ones. Yeah, I remember being very happy with them. And I'm sure, I said the UK equivalent one that came out, which I can't quite recall which one it was now. It was caramel or salted. Maybe just being salted caramel. I think they were very nice as well. So yeah, very happy with those ones. Then did a Vitty's Orange Mint and Honeycomb and Fruit Club. So I've read 4 clubs. I don't think they do the honeycomb one anymore. I said, oh lovely, plenty of raisins in the fruit one. Honeycomb was the weakest. I gave them a 4 out of 5. I think roughly these ones, you know, I think for me the honeycomb and the fruited one, I think, yeah, and probably the mint one, I think for me, probably they're 3.5 out of 5, and I think the orange one's a 4, I think for me. Now, I do like clubs. They've gone down a bit over the years. I think when I was a kid, I really loved them, but they're not as good as they used to be. I don't think. I think the orange cream or the cream centre is just a bit not as good as it was and stuff like that. So I think those ones, a mixed bag with those ones. I think they've generally gone down really. And then the Nestle Butterfinger Cups, coconut flavour or coconut cups, whatever you want to say it. I thought these were just not very good, these ones. Like sort of a bit like a take on Reese's peanut butter cups with this one coconut. I thought they were just too sickly and creamy. I'm not a fan of coconut anyway. I gave these like a 2 or 2.5 out of 5. I think for me these ones, these are a 1.5 out of 5. I think they just weren't for me, these ones. Yeah, so it's just not a nice product. And then the Nestle Butterfinger Cups, the peanut butter equivalents, these ones. And so they're not as good as Reese's, basically. Do contain crunchy pieces, and it detracts from it, really. And the peanut butter not as strong. Give them a 3.5 out of 5. I think that's too high a rating for those. I think these ones are basically probably a 2.5 out of 5, I think, for me, these ones. I think so. I'll lower that one. I think they just weren't that great. I did the Nestle Kit Kat Extra Milk and Cocoa review in comparison with the old one. So I was basically reviewing the new recipe Kit Kat, where they upped the cocoa. I think what did they do? Basically changed the recipe to have extra cocoa in, or something like that. So it just wasn't as good, basically. Just extra milk and cocoa it was labelled as, really. They just weren't as good. I said they were basically 2.5 out of 5 as opposed to the old one, which was a 3.5. I don't know whether we just got used to that now, whether they've all got the same, extra cocoa and milk in there. I don't know. So it's a difficult one to say. I think I was comparing these ones, so I'm going to keep this the same. But it might be now that the new one is the same now and it's just got used to it, so maybe it's not quite as bad. But it was a comparison one, that one, so it's a bit difficult one to change, so I think I'll just keep that the same. Probably more of a special video rather than an actual review on that one. But yeah, so now I did the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups review. I gave this a 5 out of 5. Said they were just lovely. I don't know really whether, do I really think peanut butter cups are 5 out of 5 anymore? I still do really like them. I don't know if they're a 5 out of 5. I think for me, I'm going to lower them, I think, to probably a 4, I don't think that they are really nice. They're 4.5. I think I'm going to say a 4, really. I think they're a bit more mundane than they used to be, I think, is the gist of it. So, yeah. Still nice, though, but I think I'm going to lower those ones. Now, the Galaxy Swirler, Shortbread Crunch and Caramel Crunch. So, review two at the same time. Don't do Galaxy Swirlers anymore. But they're really good. They're like they're like two, basically like two sort of sticks or fingers, segments. Well, 2 segments really put together. And you could snap them in half, and they both had like the outline of a spoon in the shape of it. You meant to swirl them in a hot drink or what have you, and it would melt them really. Give a bit of a mixed review. I basically said that the basically great with a hot drink. So I said the caramel one dip was a 4.5 or 5 basically, but 3.5 without, and the biscuit one was a 4. When dipped in a hot drink and 3 without, really. So I think these are great ones, to be honest with you. These, yeah, they were really nice, really interesting. I'm going to keep that the same way. I don't know really. They were obviously meant to be dipped, so I'm going to stick with the dipped mark for them both. So 4.5 for the caramel one and a 4 for the other one, because I think that's how they were meant to be. I really miss these Galaxy Swirls. I thought they were really good. I wish they still did them really, but they just never seem to take off, which is a real shame. I'm going to keep with the mark I gave them. As I say, I think without them they were low, but they were meant to be swirled. So I'm going to stick with that mark I gave them when they were dipped, basically in a hot drink. I think that's what they were meant to be like. So I'll give them benefit of the doubt. I won't give them the lower mark in this result, and I think I'll stick with it, So yeah, but very interesting product. Unfortunately, isn't around anymore. I don't know if they still do the. Is it crunch? I think it's shortbread crunch and caramel crunch. They might do the shortbread one still in other forms, but I don't think they do the caramel one. I don't think. A bit of a shame. Now the Borders milk chocolate gingers. Yeah, I gave what did I give these 5. Yeah, I must have done. I was going to say, lovely crunch, dark chocolate and strong ginger. Basically a biscuit, chocolate covered ginger biscuit. Basically, it's not like the ginger nuts from McVitie's, whatever. These are, or whoever makes those. These are really soft-ish but crunchy ginger sensor. Really lovely. It's 5 out of 5 for sure. Really nice biscuit, these ones. Top tier biscuit. 5 out of 5, no doubt about it. One of the best. And I did the, and yes, yeah, I think I did a Vivani Erdbeer waffle crunch. I think Erdbeer is, I think it's strawberry or raspberry, I think. Really unusual taste of these ones. Gave it 4 out of 5. It's a vegan bar, this one, I'm quite sure of it. Yeah, that's about right, really. Just looked really nice. Had some nice strawberry, sort of, faux chocolates around or what have you. Looked really nice, got crunchy bits. I thought it was actually very nice waffle pieces in it. I thought they were good. Yeah, I don't know if they're actually waffle, whether it's just a translation in biscuity pieces. But either way, it was a nice one actually for a vegan bar as well. Especially worked really well, not having chocolate in it. So very good. And the 4 out of 5, so I think I agree with that one. A Viggo whole hazelnut bar reviewed as well. What did I give this one? Basically, it's 4 out of 5. Whole hazelnuts, but seem to enjoy this one. Yeah, thick chocolate as well. Tastes like chocolate cream. So it's actually a weird one, this one. I didn't think I'd like it at all, but it had like, I say, really thick, pretty nice chocolate or faux chocolate, and like a chocolate cream in it as well. I thought it was just, well, the whole thing tastes like chocolate cream, one or the other. Yeah, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt of 4 out of 5 for this one. I seem to be very happy with it. So yeah, 4 out of 5, but don't know if it'd be higher than that. But an interesting, vegan chocolate there. I'll have to re-review that one, I think. But I think if anything, it'd be less. For me really than a 4. It won't be higher for sure, but I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt on that one. Now I did the Montezuma's Eaten Mess, chocolate bar. So again, another Montezuma's problem one. This one, not much to it. Too subtle of flavour, chocolate not great. I've always said it distributed quite well actually. Hardly any meringue texture. A few things here. Not much freeze dried strawberries in it. For a few things here, but it's the best of their sort of range of these products. Just because I think it was just a bit better distribution, just a bit more to it. So I gave it a 3 out of 5. It's probably about right. That, I mean, it's the best of their British summer pudding products, and it still wasn't that great, but it was okay. So I'll stick with that one, 3 out of 5. I also reviewed the McVitie's Gold Chocolate Bar as well. So yes, I came back and did that one. Probably wasn't as good as I remembered it being, but a 4 out of 5 I gave it. Missing a wow factor. Good crunch though. A bit powdery, I said. 4 out of 5, yeah. I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt on that one. I think it is a nice one, but I think if anything, it's a 3.5, not a 4.5. But give myself the benefit of the doubt on that one. Classic bar, that one. Classic bar. Then the Reese's Crispy Crunchy Chocolate Bar. Yeah, so different than usual Reese's, but perhaps an odd texture with soft tortilla chips. I thought it was a bit weird that texture of those tortilla chips. 3 out of 5 I gave this one. Again, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and keep with that. I think it sounded about right, and in comparison to Reese's as well, which I'd say was a 4, so just not quite as good, a bit odd, but yeah, 3 out of 5 sounds about right. I don't know if you can still get that one actually. I've not seen that since at all. And then the Cabbage Twirl, I reviewed that as well. Yeah, Cabbage Twirl, the classic twirl. I gave it 4.5 out of 5. Said it was just lovely textures, crumbly and gorgeous. I think someone said if the recipe or the twirl chocolate's changed a bit over the years, so we have to go back to this one soon. But yeah, for us, that's 4 out of 5. I think that's, I said it's really nice. 4.5 out of 5. I think that's probably about right. I think from memory, about reviewing this again. Yeah, lovely texture and lovely crumbly chocolate, but manageable because it's coated, robed in chocolate. I feel like a flake in the middle, but yeah, as I say, in robed. So yeah, it's manageable. 4.5 out of 5, I think, is about right for that one. And lastly, I did the Ritter Sport Cacao Mousse. Yeah, I love this one. A bit like a brownie sort of taste. So it might have worked. I gave it a 5 out of 5. I've given myself the benefit of the doubt with this one. I think I was very much bowled over with it. I've not had it since, so but I was very happy, and I said it actually did have a brownie type taste. So yeah, I mean, one of those I might have to revisit that one, but I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt because I was very happy with it and I really liked it. So what can I say? I always complained about the chocolate bars not getting the brownie right. I'll have to try this one again to know whether they do for sure. Maybe my opinion might have changed over the years if I have it again, but at the time, really bowled over it, very happy with it. And I did review the Mars brownie the month before, 5 years ago, and I mentioned how that wasn't like brownie. So yeah, so I think basically I must have been comparing the same sort of thing, and I'll say I was very happy with this one. So 5 out of 5, I think I can stick with that, especially if they got the brownie part right, which is very difficult to do. So yeah, 5 out of 5, interesting. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. As I say, all links for all these reviews are in the description if you want to see more about them. And click on one of these links that's been on the screen now if they are there now, hopefully they will be. Go to support the channel by continuing to watch the content. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like, leave a comment as well, always great to hear from you, and have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching guys, take care, bye for now. See ya.